Incoming transmission.
Picture this. A recording studio somewhere far, far away.
Welcome, Watchers of Illusion, to my Castle of Confusion on the 24th of September 2019. This review was due to go out last week, but unfortunately on Tuesday, or sometime over Tuesday or Wednesday, I suffered a minor stroke. So I have been out of action since Wednesday, being held into hospital over Wednesday into Thursday, and regaining the ability to talk without stuttering every 2 seconds. So that's why I haven't been around for a little bit. I had all intentions of getting this review out to you, but sadly my body had other ideas. But I'm on the mend. I have a slight issue with memory at the moment, so if I do suddenly pause and not remember stuff, that's why. So please bear with me over the next couple of months while I am recovering. But I'm not going to be going away unless something major happens. So I'll try and keep everybody in the loop. But that's my situation right now, and Frak indeed. So yes, we're looking at Frak on the Commodore 64. Now, I played Frak on a BBC Micro back when I was at school, high school in fact, and I remember this being really quite an amusing game. It's probably one of the first real games I think I'd seen in colour, because obviously having a ZX Spectrum, well, that was fun, wasn't it? I just piled off the edge. Right. So the options are there, music on and off, and that's pretty much it really. So you play the role of this caveman. You have a yo-yo, because all cavemen should have one. You have a variety of different enemies across the levels. Most of them are these hairy beasts that you can see here. Light bulbs will replenish your timer. Now, I'm going to go through the UI with you. You can see the top left there's your score, 2 is your lives, and then you've got your timer which continually counts down. And you can have up to 9 players on this game. It is turn-based, quite obviously, because 9 players on the screen at once would be a little bit over the top. So let's have a look graphically first. It's... yeah, it's... I'll get my words in a sec. It's very basic, but for the time that it was released, it was actually not too bad. Nice little animations as well. With the actual look of the caveman is quite cool. The monsters are fairly big on the screen, as you can see. There's not much difference between this and the BBC version, although I'm pretty sure that purists out there are going to actually say that the BBC version was better. I don't think it was released on many systems. I think there was apparently a port due to go out on the Commodore Amiga, but unfortunately it never saw the light of day, which is a shame. Now the idea is to get through the levels and collect 3 keys to progress. Now as you can see, it's not that easy. And I've got some weird graphic glitch going on the screen at home. Sound-wise, there's not really much to write home about. It's got sound. I mean, it's progress. You've got the yo-yo sound as you hit something. You've got the little footstep noises and all that stuff. So that's kind of nice. It's actually not a bad-looking game, to be quite honest with you. The skin tone on the character looks good. The diamonds there in colour as well. It's all not too bad at all. Now, the thing that's going to let this game down is the difficulty. It's just ridiculous. Look, I didn't even touch that and I died. But there you go. I'm pretty sure that Frak is actually meant to be a swear word. Lol. As in, like, they could get away with it because, hey, why not? So, yeah, it's how I remember it, to be honest. I think that the BBC had slightly bigger graphics. I can't really remember. If anybody has played Frak on the BBC, please let me know. BBC Micro, that would be. Playability-wise, it's actually quite good fun. And it'll have you coming back for more. It'll frustrate the piss out of you, but you'll come back for more, I promise you. It's one of those games that I think it's like a Marmite game. You're either going to love it or you're going to hate it. I don't think there's really any in between. For all of you platformer fans, I think you'll probably quite enjoy it. There's just not a lot to it really, but I think it's the simplicity that makes it work. And the fact that everything on the screen can kill you. Now, they did have quite a lot of interesting things to do. See, I can't get down there, but if I jump off like this, I'm going to miss every sodding platform. Right, so back in the day when this game was released, if you completed the levels, then it would do it you would repeat the game, but everything would be upside down. And then if you beat it again, I do believe, if I am correct, the game would plunge you into complete darkness, or I think you had like 2 seconds of light or 5 seconds of light or something like that every so often, which would make the game increasingly difficult. And I keep doing that. Never mind. So yes, it's Frak, and it's just literally I wanted to give this a go. This is just a personal review today because I've wanted to play this game forever, and the last time I played this was at high school. So I'll give you an idea. I'm 43 now. High school was a little bit of a time ago for me now, but this is kind of replay. It's like when you first saw Lemmings for the very first time. First time I ever saw Lemmings was on an Archimedes. So there you go, Acorn, yeah, and that was quite a good port as well. So there you go. But yeah, Frak, it's silly, but as an early game, you probably would have quite enjoyed this. The monsters are static, by the way; they don't actually move ever. So you haven't got anything to worry about with that. It's just getting past them, because if you just one tiny pixel hits them, that's it. You're fracking out of there, mate. The yo-yo, if you hold down the fire button, will extend as long as you keep the fire button down. So that's quite handy, really. Those balloons will kill you, so don't be lulled into a false sense of security with those. They are balloons, but they are deadly. So yeah, I think the diamonds are just scores. I don't really think you need to do anything with them. I don't think you need to collect a certain amount. But yeah, there you go. So it is a platformer, as you can see. This is going to kill me, isn't it? Yeah, Frak. There you go. Fell off the ladder for no apparent reason, but there you go. Like I said, 9 players, turn-based, 9 players. I really don't understand why they would need to do that. Not like you're ever going to have 9 of you round a C64 playing Frak. I mean, you might have done one day, but let's be realistic here. How many of you had 9 friends at school that you could say would come round and sit round your C64 and play this? That's what I thought. Not bloody many of you. So there. The replay factor's good, as you can see. I think it keeps you on your toes, and it's one of those games that's just a little silly. It's good. It's fun. It's one of those sort of unique games, isn't it? There hasn't been anything since Frak that comes close. I suppose the Flintstones maybe, but that's yeah. Another game I'm going to be looking at. If you haven't played the Flintstones before, you can expect some frustration on that as well, because I have played the Flintstones, and I played it back in the day on an actual Spectrum, and we're going to have to go through it again, folks. If you haven't played it, you're in for a treat. I'm just not sure when I'm going to be doing it, but it won't be in the too distant future. I've just piled off again. Never mind. So that about wraps it up. Controls are very simple: up, down, left, right, and fire, and that's it. That's it. So there you go. And I'm going to call it there, folks. But I will be back very soon with a brand new review. I'm very, very sorry if I am delayed in releasing them, but there you go. Hello to all of you new subscribers, by the way. You rock. And I'll catch you guys next time. Keep it retro, and bye for now.